It's us.
They know where we are. They won't move and keep moving them. We need to stop until they kill us.
I remember watching Us in 1986. It's one of the movies they made because of me. And I remember critiquing it then when I was much sharper. And I remember thinking, well, you know, it's too bad they had to kill all the clone cultists, you know, because it's not really their fault. It's interesting, the doubling of Gabe and Abraham, Gabe being my name. Now the CIA wanted to liken me to Abraham, of the story of Abraham. It's part of their little, I'm like a recreation of that, re-rendering of that story. That was their idea anyhow. So at any rate, yeah, you got the people under me trying to manipulate, you know, the people under them trying to manipulate them. That whole thing, and then the switch occurring in 1986. That's what, anyway. And then the fact that I'm part Moorish, you know. It's all just an allegory. What else did I think about it? Yeah, so much of what I thought it was just imaginary, you know, it was just stuff I imagined around movies and, you know, that kind of thing. I'm really a very ordinary person. I don't really do anything. I just watch movies, you know. I don't get to accomplish anything. Isn't that something? I do want to say, you know, Dolores O'Riordan was a great person. She was a really great person. The story that maybe, I don't know, I don't believe it was an AI construct of her obtained through remote neural monitoring. The story she told me, she was like, it was like 5 years into the future, and sometime in the early 90s or the mid 90s, I think it was 1993, she told me. She was in London. Some people had befriended her, or they were some people she was working with, and they said, we need your help. We're just going to go. We got this, you know, this place downtown. They were in London, and she said it was a kind of a rainy day. And she thought that was sort of inauspicious, but yeah, she just went downtown. They had this little room in this office building where there was this machine, you know, that you kind of no bigger than the interior of a vehicle, you know, such as this one, and you know, she just. You know, they told her, you know, I mean, the thing is, with electromagnetic machines, you know, just this Tesla tech stuff, you know, there are particles or waves, you know, that can traverse, you know, they're to where, you know, space and time are no barriers, really. It's just tuning, you know, you tune it like a radio. They needed to prop up my programming, basically, and I remember them they said, you know, they had me kind of go into this trance. There was some kind of event going on. What was going on? Some kind of centennial event, the city of Walport, or something. And I went into this room or something, and then they locked the door. They accessed me, you know. They said, you're going to lie down and, you know, we're just going to tell you what to think. We're going to tell you what to say. We're going to tell you what to say to this woman, you know. And then after you repeat the story to us, you're going to feel a whole lot better about it all, you know. And I was very resistant, and I was saying, oh, I don't know. I don't think I want to do that. No, you know, and but, you know, sure enough, I finally did acquiesce, and I met her. You know, I basically, I mean, I was so taken with her, and you know, they had me see her, just see her, prevision her music videos. You know, like this was like 1988, and well, those dreams was about me. Oh man, what a you know, what a thing to say. But this is what they had me thinking anyway. I mean, isn't this diabolical? Isn't it diabolical? You know, these people believe in human, you know, ritual sacrifice, and so, you know, they say I'm the most defeated draft dodger at this point. And, you know, so let that be a lesson to you, kids. I guess they did a download, you know, like a data dump, you know, because I was just fleshing it all out, like, you know, like I did feel better about all of it, the plan for me, you know. And I told her that I'd be so worn down and screwed up, having resisted all these people and betrayed them and you know, I know they'd hound my children and the you know, grandchildren into early graves and all this kind of stuff, and you know, so I'd probably have to be transgender, and then I'd go on to make some movies and play some really cool, kind of cool roles, actually, really cool roles. And, you know, I'd set up, you know, this foundation and, you know, some different things, But, yeah, I mean, that would lead to an early grave for me, you know, rather than, like, living to be 90, and because I can't, you don't have time enough to do all the things you need to do, you know, in terms of life extension and all that, and they do all kinds of things to me, you know. They don't never stop, you know. All because of circumcision. Fascinating. It never ends. Yeah, the shears business. You know, those brass shears. I'm a shear sharpener, by the way. You know, and yeah, I talk about the satanic double bind, and they snip the foreskin with the shears. That's another thing. So Gabe and Abraham doubled. Remember that, friends. Oh, there's a whole lot more besides, you know. So, I mean, those cultists are perfectly, like, perfect mimics of the people I encountered, you know. I don't know. I mean, they're a pretty close match to the people I encountered in Springfield, Oregon. You know. So all that whole movie's, anyway, symbolic of what happened to me. But yeah, I mean, Dolores Riordan, anyway, that you know, she was saying, well, you know, I mean, you know, well, how is it, you know, if you don't if you don't get married and you don't have children, I mean, how is it that more people like you could ever exist? And I said, well, I think possibly due to what I do, there could be in the future, on down the line a ways, there could be more people like me. Sorta, sorta, kinda. I'm not so sure about that though, but yeah, I did kind of propose. I proposed to her, and I said, well, after, maybe, when I'm, maybe when I'm older, I could, we could be together. But she explained that, she had a husband and children, already, and I should, there'd be other women, younger women, that might be a young, there should, of course, there must be a younger woman out there, for me. So. I mean, yeah, this is just what they do. This is the kind of stuff they do. And you know what? Nothing ever good happens to somebody who, tarnishes, or talks about some celebrity, some loved, celebrity, and, she did a lot of great things, and, her music was great, and she did some other great things besides. And I'm not trying to tear her down at all. She was a thoroughly good woman, and I just have some sense that she didn't want to. She just didn't want to see what would happen to me or something. So she drank too much and drowned in a bathtub in a hotel. I don't know. So I'm I don't know, just derailing the whole thing. I don't know. I just, I think that disclosure of how this stuff works and what goes on is better, and is a better option on the whole. And I'm sure I'll be, punished even more for this. But no, she was great. She was awesome. She was, who knows? Maybe one day we'll meet again, and under better circumstances. I don't know. I hope I'm not, hurting her, But at this point, I'm all screwed up, so, so what happens. So, hey, good job, CIA. Good job, MI5, and all you fuckers.